Moving day should be exciting. New keys, fresh coffee, boxes everywhere, that sense of new beginnings. But mine, it ended with flashing lights, 3 sheriff cars, and a woman screaming, "He's robbing that house! He doesn't belong here!" I was moving in to my own ranch. And the woman who called the cops? HOA president, clipboard in hand, full Karen energy. What she didn't know? I bought the land legally, paid in full, had the deed in my truck. And her false report cost her the HOA presidency. The ranch, a long-dreamed escape. After years working a corporate grind, I bought a 26-acre ranch just outside a private HOA neighborhood called Meadowview Preserve. I specifically picked it because it wasn't under HOA control, had its own gate and driveway, and sat just outside the development boundary. I wanted quiet, not covenants. The ranch had a small fixer-upper house, a large barn, and privacy. That's all I needed. What I didn't expect? A full-scale Karen meltdown on day 1. Moving day madness. I arrived early with a U-Haul, my truck, and my cousin. We started unloading tools, boxes, and one big-screen TV. About 20 minutes in, I saw her, middle-aged woman in tennis gear, standing at the end of my driveway, arms crossed. She shouted, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" I replied, "Just moving in." "No one knew it was supposed to be here. We didn't approve any sale." "That's because I didn't buy in your HOA. This is a private sale." "You're not on our list. I'm calling the authorities." Cops show up in force. 15 minutes later, 3 sheriff cruisers pulled up. Lights flashing, sirens off, but tension high. I calmly approached with my ID and the deed folder in hand. Karen screaming behind them, "That's the man! He's stealing everything out of that house! He doesn't belong here!" The deputies separated us. One asked, "You live here?" "I do now. Closed on it 3 days ago. Here's the paperwork." I handed over purchase deed, title transfer, closing statement, driver's license with the new address already updated. The deputy shook his head. "Well, that settles that." Another deputy pulled Karen aside. I could still hear her yelling, "But he's not on the HOA roster. No one told us." He calmly replied, "Because it's not your property or your jurisdiction." Karen's public embarrassment. The neighbors came out. Some watched, some filmed. Even one woman said, "Karen, you've got to stop calling the cops on everyone who doesn't look like you." Turns out, I wasn't the first. She'd called 911 on a Hispanic landscaper, a teenage girl delivering groceries, and a black UPS driver last Christmas. But this time, it backfired. Unfair. I filed a false report complaint and got a copy of the body cam footage. Turns out, her 911 call included the words, "They're taking stuff from that house, and they don't look like they belong." Local news got wind of it. Headline: HOA president calls the cops on new ranch owner caught on body cam making false claims. The HOA board met the following week. Karen was removed as president, fines by the HOA for misuse of funds and reputation damage, and publicly apologized through gritted teeth. Final touch. I posted a new sign at the front of my property. "Welcome to my ranch. I belong here. Do you?" Under that, no HOA, no trespassing, no Karens. Now, I live here in peace. Karen walks her dog on the opposite side of the road. Final thoughts. She thought she could judge me from the sidewalk. She thought her HOA title gave her power over people and property she didn't own. But the moment she called the cops on a man moving into his own home, She didn't just lose control, she lost everything.